Welcome back, everybody. I hope you are enjoying the course. If you've noticed, my philosophy has been to very slowly take the site from their design to my design. And so rather than just coming in here and hacking a bunch of things and deleting a bunch of things, I like to sort of slowly and methodically work my way through designing this thing so that I don't take away the look and feel of what they've done with the site, because I like the look and feel, so I want to try to maintain it. But I know as soon as I start changing my pictures that it's gonna look a lot different. So I want to do it little by little. Now, one thing I noticed on the homepage is that I do like this design a lot better than this design down here, and this is fine. In fact, I like this one better than this one, but I don't like it as much as this one. So I may tinker around with how I display these blog posts. And one of the things is that in terms of my YouTube page, I don't have as many projects as other things. So we are going to start with this one, but I may shift these around to put a more prominent topic up top. So anyway, let's take a look at this. So this first one is called Donec Tempor Por. And if I go to the dashboard and posts, I can pretty easily find that one, and I'm going to edit it. And so again, we're going to start with just editing these posts in a way to keep the look and feel. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to call this one Wireless Game Show Buzzer. All right, and then I'm going to change the publishing date. Now you'll notice a lot of times people do this to make it seem like their stuff is newer. So, but in this situation, we'll do my birthday, November 25th. So we're gonna bump this up a little bit and we're gonna update it. And then we are going to change this permalink to Wireless Game Show Buzzer. And that will be good for SEO. That'll be good for just making it look better in the URL. And then you're going to see down here we have featured image. Now, I don't have a lot of great featured images, but what I do have is the thumbnail that I used for the video. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to drag and drop the thumbnail in, and we're going to set that as the featured image. And now let's just leave it at that for a second, and let's see what we've done. So I'm going to refresh this page. And now, okay, so now you can see that this thing is covering that. And so I might want to go in there and change that graphic and make it a little bit more friendly for this site. So give me a second on that. Now, one of the things I would be interested in seeing is what happens when you actually click this. So when I click this, that picture isn't shown anywhere. And let's take a look at it when we shrink the page down, because you want to get an idea of what these things look like. Yes, I mean, it's a little bit better that way, but it's still not right. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come back here to edit post, and we're going to remove this featured image, and we're going to try again with uploading a new one. So we're going to say upload, and then I'm going to drag another one in. Now this is probably still going to cut off as it shrinks a little bit in mobile, but I think it's better. All right, so I don't love that either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try one more time and shift that down. So as you can see, I uploaded the graphic one more time and got it to a place where it looks decent. So we need to remember that. This is one of those things that I was saying in a previous video. When you're talking to your clients, you want to explain that the basics, that's a 1200 by 800 image, and only the middle of it is really going to matter. And on my screen, I've got about an inch around each side of it. So, okay, we've progressed with that. So let's go back to the edit post. So this particular project doesn't actually use any sort of Arduino in it. So I'm probably not going to make an entire extra category for this, but I may use some of these tags. So I'll do wireless, and I'll do RF, and I'm going to do 433 for 433 megahertz. And so I've added a few tags to it that may come in handy later. and then we have all of that text content. But the thing that I want first of all is the video. And so we're going to look up here. So this lorem ipsum dolor here. Let's take a look at where that's actually showing up on here. So that's this thing right here. So what we're going to do is we are going to get rid of this content here. And I want to make the video take up half of the page. So I have these, in fact, let me pretend like these aren't there so you can see how I'm doing this. If I go to add item and go to placeholder, it starts off at a quarter page. And so obviously there are 4 quarters in a page. So we're going to duplicate this. So half the page is going to be taken up by blank space. And then we're going to add one called video. And that should be down the bottom. And we're going to drag that between the two. And we're going to make that take up half the page. And then now, when you bring in a video like this, you'll see that after the V equals, you have this shortcode. So I'm going to copy that because we're going to need it. And then we're going to come in here and we're just going to paste that thing. And then that's about all we need. We could set some other classes and things like that. But now when I come in and update the page, you will see that the video is actually up there. That's not where I was expecting it to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back here and we're going to drag this thing down. So we're going to grab the entire section and drag it down to here. Update the page. Refresh it. And now you'll see that we still have the video on one of those little on the background graphic. So what that means is that the graphic is actually part of this section. So if I were to click on this pencil here, you would see that that graphic is there. Now I could just simply remove it, or what I could do is, since I know that this one doesn't have that and this has kind of a more solid color that I want, I can actually just take this out. And I'm going to delete this and delete this. And I'm going to drag that video into a different section that's already set up the way that I want. So now I have that and I can get rid of this entire section. And now I can update. And we'll refresh the page. And we will see that my video is in just a normal box right here. So I might say, all right, it's a little cut off, so let me see about maybe making that a little bit bigger. So what we would do is come in and make this a fifth, and then fill up our rest of our space with that. And let's see how that looks. Great, so now we have our entire video fitting on the screen. And so we're going to pause right there, and then in the next video we're going to work a little bit more with the blog content. So hey, thanks for watching.